Hey everybody, welcome back to this month's O.C.D gaming news, and girl, there was a lot to talk about, so let's get to it. First things first, I have to give a special shout out to my beloved Patreons at the infected level. Big shout out to D Cells and Courtney Rogers. Thank you for your love and support on Patreon. I appreciate you all so very much. Now, back to the news. It's time for the Gamers Court. Today on the docket, we are bringing PlayStation to the courtroom today. Now, this is a pretty big deal because PlayStation just last month announced that they are laying off 900 employees from PlayStation Studios. Now, this was shocking because PlayStation is such a big player in the game, literally, and they have so many successful studios, but apparently not successful enough. Not successful enough for the bottom line. They say, we need to make the cuts. And they did. And they were savage. PlayStation has shut down their London studio and has laid off 900 employees across the board from our beloved and most successful studios such as Insomniac, Guerrilla Games, and Naughty Dog. Now, if these giants in the industry, these titans of the gaming industry, can have their people ripped out from under them, what hopes does any of the little guys have? They are slicing and dicing, and it ain't pretty. It is a bloodbath. It is too much. When will it end? When will the cuts end? When will the layoffs end? It is only March, people. It is not even, it is the middle of March. When will these cuts end? Now, it was so upsetting to everyone in the industry and to the gaming community. Insomniac Games even released a statement sharing their dismay and disappointment and heartbreak over these cuts. Spider-Man 2 just reached like 10 million in sales or something. Like, if a game that big cannot succeed enough where they are safe from the layoffs, who is? And not only that, EA has also announced layoffs to about 5% of their employees, which is about 670 employees. People, it is only March. I am ordering a cease and desist to all the bigwigs who are slicing and dicing the budgets and the people's workforce like so savagely. So, okay, so you all got to cease and desist. Who is going to make our games for us? If you keep letting all these people go and the industry is not stable, these very talented people will be leaving the industry, and who will be making our games? What kind of quality of games are we going to get? Not good, I'll tell you that right now. It ain't going to be good. I mean, I am no industry insider. You know, I am just a bitch who plays games and talks about games and are obsessed with video games. But in my opinion, my humble opinion, we need to unionize. They need to unionize. They need to get it together and unionize. That's the only way to protect themselves in this industry. Everyone else in the entertainment industry has a union. Why not these game developers? They need to band together and start a union, because this is not sustainable in this industry if this keeps going like this, and it's going down fast. Now, get out of my courtroom. Next case. Now, we all know that The Last of Us HBO series Season 2 is well underway in production, and more characters have been cast for the series. We have Owen. We have Abby. We knew about Abby. We have Owen, we have Nora, we have Manny and Mel. Okay, so Danny Ramirez as Manny, Ariella Barra as Mel, Tati Gabriella as Nora, and Spencer Lord as Owen. I am very excited to see them in Season 2, but not so much. Now, you know what happened. Now, no spoilers, but if you don't know, I'm sorry. But we know what happens in episode 2. We know what happens in part 2 of The Last of Us. Okay, and it ain't good. It doesn't look good for our beloved Joel. So now, putting all these people on board makes me very nervous that we are going to see the end of Joel's journey in Season 2. But the only thing that is making me a little less nervous and terrified that we're going to lose our beloved Joel in Season 2 is that the story is so big. I feel like they have so much material that they would be able to really stretch it out to 2 seasons. Now, they had already talked about it. They're looking forward to Season 3. Now, I hope that they are able to squeeze out Season 2 with so much rich storytelling, more infected. We need to see more of the infected on the show. We need to see more terror from the cordyceps and the infected and how they deal with it. I think that was lacking in the first season. No tea, no shade. But honestly, it was a little lacking. in the terror from the and when they showed the infected, it was brilliant, gorgeous, and stunning, and I live for it. And it was so creepy and terrifying. So let's see more of that in season 2, and let's draw out the story long enough so we can maybe get into Abby's story more, pump up the story so much so we could get 3 seasons out of it, because no one wants to see Pedro Pascal go. Most of all, me. I love him as Joel. And apparently so did the SAG Awards, because they awarded him for Best Male in a series, and he won, and he was not expecting to win. He was half in the bag. He had a few drinks, and he was not prepared for that win. He did not think he was going to win, and he was overwhelmed, and it was glorious to see him. Such a moment for him that he was not prepared, and it was just lovely to see such a human moment from him when he won. So congrats to our beloved Pedro Pascal. We love to see it. Remedy Games has announced that they have acquired all the rights from 505 Games for the game Control, and I'm very happy to hear about that. The Control franchise officially belongs to Remedy Games, as it should, because we love to see the connected universe between Alan Wake and Control and everything all together. So I'm very happy to see them welcome Control into the Remedy family for real, for good. So congrats to Remedy Games on acquiring the rights for the franchise. Now, I know it has been a very, very long time, an egregious amount of time since we have seen hide nor hair from Play Dead Games. Now, if you remember correctly, Inside from Play Dead was like the hit when it came out. Everyone was obsessed with it. I was obsessed with it. I played it back in the channel all the way back in June of 2016. Yes, it is almost 8 long years since this game was released, and the last installment, anything from Play Dead Games, from Play Dead. So now, where is this game that they had announced they were working on? We had nothing but 4 lonely art concepts, a concept art from this game, and that's all we got. All right, once in a while we will hear a little bit from them, but just recently they have released that they are still looking for people to work on their game, and they're hiring. Okay, so there might be the one people in this industry who is hiring. I cannot believe that it has been taking this long, 8 years. I don't care how small the studio is. I think that 8 years is an egregious amount of time to be working on a game. I mean, I think the longer you strive for perfection, the longer time you have, the more time you have to like play around with it too much, and it's something's going to be off. Okay, it's like when I play with my makeup too much, I keep adding and adding, it just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it is too much. You better quit while you're ahead. All right, like we want to see something from them. So not only did they say they are still hiring, they also included this concept art picture, this piece of concept art. Now, it has been so long since we received the first 4 pieces of concept art from them, the announcement. I don't know if this is the new concept art or if it's the old one. That's how long it has been. It is too long. It is too much. Now, I really hope that we see something from them. And it better be soon, because it's been a long time. People are like, I know I will never forget, because I love that game and I want to see more. But I hope we see something soon, not trying to rush them. But I mean, 8 years, it's been long enough. We need to see something. Please, give us life, Playdead. Miyamoto from Nintendo made a special announcement the other day that they are working on a Super Mario Brothers movie, a new animated film that's planned to release in theaters in April 3rd, 2026. This is not surprising. The first movie was such a runaway hit. It was such a success. There was no doubt in my mind that they will be making a part 2 to this incredible movie franchise. Now, I just hope that Jack Black is back as Bowser. I can't believe I said that without messing up. Jack Black is back as Bowser. Say that 10 times fast. Okay, so let's hope that we know Jack is back. He is the man. He was the Bowser of our dreams. Peaches. Now, it is officially game on for Summer Game Fest. Jeff Keighley announced they will be streaming live on Friday, June 7th. This will be a cross-platform live showcase of what's coming next. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm hoping to see more about the game that we got that was teased last year. We had a little bit of a reveal trailer for South of Midnight. Now, that game has been on my beloved radar. It has been like in the back of my mind, ever since it dropped, it immediately grabbed me. It looks so stunning. I want to see more about it. I want to learn more about it. I want to see more of it. Give me South of Midnight. Give us a real trailer. Give us a release date window, please. That game looks so stunning. That is my zhuzh. That is like right in my wheelhouse. I know it, and it's so beautiful. I want to play it immediately. So let's hope we hear something about South of Midnight. Also, you know that my number one priority, whenever we see games being revealed or some sort of gaming conference, I want to see something from Double Fine. As always, you know, I'm probably the biggest Double Fine fan on the planet. Some will say too much. Some will say cease and desist, Deidre. No. But I want to see something from Double Fine. We know that it will almost be 3 years in July since Psychonauts 2 was released. They have been working on other games while they were working on Psychonauts 2. So something should be ripe and ready for us, hopefully by Summer Games Fest. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a new IP or the game they have been working on. Will they reveal that? Will they tease something? Will they give us some sort of release date window? I am craving a new Double Fine game to play so desperately, as much as I am hopefully seeing something from Naughty Dog. As always, you know, those are my top two. I want to see something from Naughty Dog, what they've been working on. Hopefully we will see something soon. We know in the documentary last month that they had released that they would be planning something for Last of Us Part 3. Neil Druckmann announced that he sees the storyline for Part 3, and it may be in the baby step stages, but it's in there. You know, he's working on it, and that's all I need to know. So I'm very happy about that. But those are my top three, what I want to see from Summer Game Fest. What are you excited to see at Summer Game Fest? What do you want to play? What announcements do you want to hear about? And what games are coming out? Let me know in the comments. Rockstar employees may not be really happy about what's going on at Rockstar Games. They have announced that they expect all employees to be back in the office starting in April, 5 days a week. They say it's for two reasons: for security purposes and for productivity, because they are in the final stretches for releasing GTA 6. And with all of the gaming leaks going on, I mean, I kind of don't blame them for wanting to be in the office, but honestly, that didn't stop what happened to Naughty Dog from happening. They were all in the office. I believe it was, I don't know if it was during lockdown. I don't remember. Let me know in the comments. Was Naughty Dog in studio 5 days a week when they had the breach of security and everything was leaked? I don't remember. Shame on me for not remembering. But the timeline is kind of blurred from when the leak happened and if they were all in the office 5 days a week. Please correct me if I am wrong. I am probably wrong. I understand, like, they want to keep it as safe as possible. Like, you could be in your house working and, you know, you got somebody walking behind you and seeing something they're not supposed to see. I mean, you cannot work, and like, unless you live alone, you never know who could be seeing your work online or behind the scenes. You never know. So I understand that. The employees supposedly, allegedly, are not happy about being back in the office 5 days a week. Now, another video game adaptation is coming to the little screen on Prime Video. Fallout, the series, is coming on April 11th. Let's hope it does the game franchise a service. Let's hope they do it justice. I will definitely be watching. Will you be watching? Let me know in the comments. Now, the first gameplay trailer for the Elden Ring DLC, Shadow of the Erd Tree, was revealed. It was released last month, the trailer, and it looks gorgeous. Like, oh my god, it's so stunning. The DLC drops on June 21st. Will you be playing it? Did you play the original? I have never played that game. Let me know in the comments if you are. Now, Ghost of Tsushima's Director's Cut comes out on PC on May 16th. I am very happy that the PC players get to experience that gorgeous game. It includes all of the content, the DLC, the multiplayer, everything. I mean, while we're in Japan, don't forget about Rise of the Ronin, which comes out March 22nd. It looks gorgeous. There is new content for Spider-Man 2. There is a new game plus. There is more for photo mode, more features, etc., etc. That game is everything. I know I haven't gotten back to playing it. It doesn't do the best on the channel, but I really want to finish playing it. So I know we're doing The Last of Us Part 2. It keeps getting pushed back. I really want to finish it and play it because it is really such a beautiful game, and I want to give it the justice, the attention she deserves. There are some devs, former industry devs who have started up their own game dev company. Some Naughty Dog and Activision ID Software veterans of the gaming industry have formed their own game studio, and it is called Empty Vessel. Now, I saw it there, I heard the announcement, but I had seen their video like announcing it, and it was like this sizzle reel that told us absolutely nothing. I know nothing about what their vision is. It was just like a sizzle reel of like gameplay. Like, I want to see the people who are working there. I want to see maybe the offices where they're working at. Like, give us the behind the scenes tour of what you're building back there. Like, it was just a sizzle reel of gameplay. So it really didn't tell us anything, which I was a little disappointed in. It really was an empty vessel, like Noti, real empty girl. But I'm not shading them. Maybe they're cooking up beautiful things there, amazing, beautiful work there. Who knows? Not me, because that didn't tell us anything. That doesn't mean it's not going to be great. For now, I'm withholding my judgment until I see something of substance from them. Now, Xbox announced just the other day that they are releasing these gorgeous controllers, these custom controllers. They are different colors. There's green, red, blue, purple, pink. They're so pretty. Now, I also have an Xbox. I have the PlayStation. I have the Xbox. And if it was up to me, I have the blue. Blue is my favorite color. I would love to get the blue one, but it's not in the budget. This bitch is on a budget. Now, here are the video game releases for the upcoming month or so. Now, I know I'm so excited to play Alone in the Dark. It finally releases on March 20th. It was pushed back. It was supposed to come out in October of last year. Then they said January. Now it's March 20th, and they've been ramping up the marketing for it. So I'm really, really excited to play it. I did my Halloween makeup cosplay about it. It was originally supposed to come out in October. That's why I made it my Halloween cosplay. Very excited to play it. It comes out the 20th. I will be playing it on the channel. Now, it was just announced. I'm recording this on the 15th now. They just announced Nobody Wants to Die. It looks like a futuristic Blade Runner, but Blade Runner is like a mix between the 1940s detective, noir storytelling with futuristic, and that's exactly what this looks like. But it does look absolutely stunning. At the beginning, when I was watching the trailer, it was kind of cheesy, kind of corny, to be honest, and when I first read it. But then they kind of grabbed me by the end. They got me. They pulled me in. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. It's coming supposedly in the summer of this year, so in like 3-4 months, who knows. But it looks very interesting, and it looks gorgeous. Now, there is also an unannounced PS5 game called Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. Now, that is a mouthful. The game was trademarked. No information on this game yet, but that's the name of the unannounced game. So now it's time for the yes, bitch, and the mess. My yes for the month was definitely the announcement of the WLF crew for the Last of Us series. It's getting me very excited, very hyped for the series. God knows when we're going to see it, when it's going to be on the air. No one knows, but I am very excited to see the whole story coming together. But not really, because we know what happens when the WLF comes together, and it ain't pretty for our beloved Joel. But I'm still very excited to see how they're going to develop the story, how they're going to tell the story. Hopefully they will stretch it out to season 3. Now, we left off in the finale in the hospital with Joel. We see a woman with a big braid flowing through the breeze, running through the hospital. 100% that was Abby. It is. Neil Druckmann said it was not Abby, but Neil Druckmann also said we wouldn't be playing as Ellie in The Last of Us, and we did in the part 1. So obviously they cannot tell us everything. But everybody knows that's what's going to happen. So we already know. He said it wasn't, but we know. I was very excited to see the crew. They've got lined up. Our season 2 is really coming together, and I'm really looking forward to watching and reacting to the show again, like I did with season 1. If you haven't seen my reaction videos to season 1 HBO series, please check it out. It is unhinged. I'm so excited, like super fangirling out just watching it and reliving all the iconic moments from the game that we got to play. And I can't wait to watch it. Please, I hope it comes out soon. Now, the mess for this month is the extreme layoffs going on in the gaming industry from everywhere, left, right, up, down, everywhere. They're getting it from all sides. But PlayStation really shook me to the core when they laid off 900. That is insane. They really are putting these devs through the gigs. And I know this is not sustainable. The gaming industry cannot go on like this. I hope they get it together soon. And let's focus on what we really need to be focused. Make great games. Have great people working on these great games. They will make great games, and they will make great storytelling, and they will make great gameplay. But you can't make that if everybody's gone. If everybody has been fired or laid off, we're not going to have any games. Like, what are you going to put out there? I don't understand how they think this is going to be sustainable. It's very discouraging. It's very upsetting. And that is my mess for the month. Let me know in the comments what your yes and mess for the month were. What were your favorite things about that you learned this month about the games, and what's happening, what you're most excited to play, and what's coming up? Let me know. Speaking of mess, I know I haven't been uploading my usual schedule. You know, I usually do my videos one every other day. But guys, it has been a struggle. I am struggling trying to keep up with the videos on the channel. I'm trying to keep a balance. I'm trying to do one video every 2 days now, just so I can have a little bit of breathing room. It has been very difficult. Life, period, life in itself. I am also trying to start up my own small business, Made in Stone Accessories. I am on Etsy shop. I make cute accessories. And if you can check it out, I make scrunchies. I make little makeup zipper pouches, mini wallets, all the cute little accessories. That's got my own little style to it. And I'm like ramping up production for like spring and summer releases, and it's like a whole new little line I am creating, and I am trying to sew and keep up with, and trying to get everything ready for spring and summer launch. And I am a struggling little business. Okay, so I need to really focus on that too, trying to get my business up off the ground. I'm going to put a link for my Etsy in the description. Check it out if you can. And everything is hand sewn by me. Everything is handmade by me. I love to sew, love to sew. So I am really trying to get this business off the ground. So trying to do that. I am working on my makeup cosplay, which is coming along very nicely. Like, I don't even want to jinx it, but so far everything is going pretty smoothly. But it ain't done yet. It ain't over yet. So let's keep my fingers crossed and hope that my dream, my vision will be able to come reality, and hope it will be sickening as it possibly can be. So say a little prayer to the makeup and cosplay gods that I'm able to pull it off. And if you can, share my Etsy page. I know I really don't talk about it much on this channel because I feel like this is just gaming, but this is also part of what I do. And if you want to support a little business, a little bitch on a budget business, you can check it out. And it's something that I love to do. And hopefully, if you can, try and check it out and let me know in the comments. If not, I appreciate you just being here. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you subscribing and liking and sharing my videos. I know I haven't been on social media a lot. Like, literally, I'm barely on. So if I am not interacting with people on Twitter or on Instagram, it is not because I'm ghosting anybody. It's like I'm literally not on those apps. I am very rarely on. So busy with life, and there's just life too. Like, forget about the channel and the business. So it is a lot going on behind the scenes. If you want, you can also support me by watching these videos, sharing these videos, and if you can also join us on Patreon. We have a lot of fun over there. At the Firefly and Infected level, you also get an extra video stream every week. I post new video stream every Friday for the Infected and the Firefly levels. So check it out. If not, if you're on you also get your name in the credits, and you also get a post every week also on what's going on in the gaming world industry as it happens. So that's on Patreon. So thank you so much. I appreciate you all being here. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought about, what game news that you're excited about. But thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you just watching and sharing, and your lovely comments. You guys are so sweet. So I appreciate you all so very much. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back with more.